If you haven't heard the Bluey news yet, then sit down, grab your favorite plushie, and prepare yourself. Yes, the Healer family is jumping from our TVs to the big screen. After years of making us laugh, cry, and wonder why we're taking parenting advice from a cartoon, Bluey is officially getting a movie. Let's get into everything we know. Production details and bringing Bluey to the big screen. Honestly, it's about time. After dominating TVs, toy aisles, and our collective parenting philosophies, the Healer family is ready to become international movie stars. And here's the thing, it's not some half-baked spin-off. Nope, this is a full-blown production with Ludo Studio, the Australian geniuses who brought us the show teaming up with Disney for global distribution. That's like getting the best Aussie barbecue chef and teaming them up with Gordon Ramsay. In other words, perfection is on the menu. Now, while the official release is pegged for 2027, yes, the wait is real, and no, we're not okay, the timeline makes sense. Animated films take forever to make because every single detail, from Bandit's scruffy dad look to Bingo's precious giggles, has to be painstakingly crafted. And knowing Ludo Studio, this isn't going to be your average animated movie where characters suddenly look weird and off-brand, cough some other shows we won't name. With creator Joe Brumm involved, you know the movie will have the same charm, humor, and emotional punches that have turned Bluey into a worldwide obsession. Let's not forget Disney's involvement. This means Bluey is getting the royal treatment when it comes to production value. Expect sweeping cinematic landscapes of Brisbane, probably with Bandit doing something hilariously undignified in the foreground. Picture Chili and the kids in a scene so beautifully animated it makes you question your own childhood memories. Why didn't I grow up in a whimsical Technicolor paradise? And because Disney doesn't mess around, this movie will likely hit every major market. So, whether you're in Sydney, San Francisco, or Stockholm, you'll be able to experience the Healers on the big screen. The production itself promises to be meticulous. Every blade of grass, every bounce of Bluey's tail, every cheeky smirk from Bandit will be designed to perfection. And given how much care the team puts into 7-minute episodes, imagine what they can do with 90 glorious minutes. Now, let's address the elephant, or should we say healer, in the room. Budgets. Disney means big bucks, so we're talking state-of-the-art animation, possibly some jaw-dropping musical numbers. More on that later. And maybe even a few fancy celebrity cameos. In short, Bluey is leveling up, but it's still staying true to its roots. What could the movie be about? First up, let's speculate the most obvious route, a classic Healer family vacation. It could be the Healers packing up their adorably chaotic lives for a grand Aussie road trip, complete with Bandit accidentally locking the car keys in the boot, Chili being the glue that holds everything together, and Bluey and Bingo turning the entire journey into an imaginative adventure that somehow ends with Bandit dressed as a pineapple. It's the perfect setup for wholesome moments, laugh-out-loud chaos, and a little existential wisdom about appreciating the journey instead of just the destination. But maybe the writers will go a bit deeper. What if the movie explores the kid's emotional growth? Think about it. Bluey could face a big, life-changing milestone. Maybe she's nervous about starting a new school, and the entire movie becomes a metaphorical quest to find courage. It'd be the perfect opportunity to remind us that while growing up is tough, having a loving, supportive family makes it so much easier. And let's not forget Bingo. Oh, sweet, lovable Bingo. If this movie doesn't give her a spotlight, we riot. What if she's the central character for once? Imagine Bingo embarking on her own solo adventure. Maybe she gets separated during a family outing and has to use all the life lessons Bluey, Chili, and Bandit have taught her to find her way back. By the end, she learns she's braver and more capable than she ever thought. And we're all crying in the theater because Bingo is the hero we didn't know we needed. Another wild but equally amazing idea, a full-on Healer family origin story. That's right, we finally get to see how Bandit and Chili met. Maybe Bandit was a scrappy archaeologist who tripped over his own tail during a dig, and Chili swooped in as a cool airport security dog who rolled her eyes at him him, but secretly thought he was charming. Sprinkle in flashbacks of Bandit's misadventures with Uncle Stripe as kids, and scenes of Chili bonding with her sister Brandy, and you've got a story that appeals to Bluey fans of all ages. Bonus points if Baby Bluey and Baby Bingo make cameos in flash-forward scenes that have us, the audience, collectively awing. Or it could have a curveball. What if the movie has a surprising antagonist? Maybe another family moves into the neighborhood and their kids are too perfect. They always win at games, never make messes, and their parents never step on Lego bricks barefoot. At first, Bluey and Bingo feel intimidated, but through their usual mix of charm and creativity, they realize it's okay not to be perfect, and they teach the new kids how to loosen up and have some fun. Lastly, we can't ignore the possibility of a musical extravaganza. Imagine the entire Healer family breaking into song at pivotal moments. Bluey would lead the charge with an upbeat anthem about being brave. Bingo would have a soulful solo about wanting to be included. Bandit would get a comedic dad rap number about making mistakes, and Chili would deliver a heartfelt ballad that leaves the entire audience sobbing. Throw in a catchy closing number, and Disney would have its next viral TikTok trend. In the end, no matter what plotline they choose, the movie is guaranteed to capture the essence of Bluey. Will the original cast return? Let's start with David McCormick, who voices Bandit, once said he initially had no clue how huge the show would become, but now he's basically the Beyoncé of cartoon dads. If McCormick isn't reprising his role as the lovable, goofy, and shockingly wise Bandit, we'll be left with a hole in our hearts the size of Bluey's backyard. Who else could pull off a dad that's hilariously lazy one moment and an Olympic-level pretend play champion the next? And then there's Melanie Zanetti, who voices Chili, the queen of chill herself. Chili's voice is pure ASMR, calm, soothing, and full of that maternal wisdom that makes you question every time you roll your eyes at your own mom. If she's not there to tell Bandit to maybe dial it down a notch or to help the kids navigate their mini life crises, it just won't be the same. Plus, her perfectly timed quips are essential. Remember her sass in Flat Pack? Phew, but what about Bluey and Bingo themselves? The tricky part is that they're voiced by actual kids, and kids have this annoying habit of, growing up. The original voices of Bluey and Bingo, whose real identities are kept secret for privacy, might have already hit that awkward "my voice is breaking" phase. Imagine Bluey suddenly sounding like a teenager trying to order their first coffee. "Mom, can I have a soy flat white?" "Yeah, no thanks." So, what happens if the kids' voices have changed? Well, it's not the end of the world. The Bluey team has previously swapped child actors seamlessly, ensuring the characters' charm and energy remain intact. But die-hard fans will likely have their ears peeled, trying to detect even the tiniest change in Bluey's playful tone or Bingo's adorable giggle. It's like when your favorite band changes its lead singer. You're skeptical, but you secretly hope they nail it. First off, let's talk about what makes Joff Bush's work so special. His music doesn't just complement the scenes, it amplifies them. Take episodes like Sleepy Time, where the orchestral score transforms what's essentially a kid tossing and turning into an epic intergalactic journey. Or Rain, where gentle piano melodies turn splashing in puddles into a poetic masterpiece. Bush's genius lies in making simple moments feel profound. He doesn't just score Bluey, he scores childhood itself. Now imagine what he could do with a movie-length runtime. Forget subtlety. This is the big leagues. Think sweeping orchestras, tear-jerking piano solos, and maybe even a full-on Broadway-style musical number featuring Muffin belting out her emotions. Can you even imagine Muffin in a sparkly outfit singing about why she should always get her way? Because I can, and I'm ready to buy tickets. Joff Bush's style is also beautifully diverse, blending classical compositions with cute, whimsical touches. For the movie, we could expect him to take this up a notch, crafting themes that represent each character's personality. Maybe a playful, bouncy tune for Bluey as she dives headfirst into adventures, a softer, more curious melody for Bingo, and something funky yet slightly chaotic for Bandit when he inevitably gets roped into one of their games, and don't even get me started on what he could do for Chili's emotional moments. moments. Get me some tissue. But let's not forget the humor. Bluey's music isn't all about tears and drama. It's also ridiculously funny when it needs to be. Remember the chaotic banjo strumming during Muffin's sugar-induced meltdown in Pass the Parcel? Or the way the music in Granny's hilariously mimics the waddling old lady act? Bush has a knack for using music to amplify the comedy, and a movie would give him endless opportunities to do just that. Now let's talk about songs. Will the Bluey movie finally give us a full-length version of some of the show's most beloved tunes? The Granny's theme alone deserves a Grammy. And don't even pretend you wouldn't download a remixed version of Keepy Uppy with a dance beat. There's also the possibility of introducing new original songs. A heartfelt duet between Bluey and Bingo about sisterhood? Yes, please. A rock anthem about Bandit trying to fix something and making it worse? Take My Money. Why fans are losing their minds. First, it's Bluey on the big screen. Does it get any better than that? Imagine the sheer joy of seeing your favorite Blue Heeler family on a massive cinema screen. It's like getting the jumbo version of your favorite snack. It's the same thing you love, but infinitely better. It's basically a dream come true. Next, it's a chance to cry in public over a cartoon. If Bluey has taught us one thing, it's that you're never too old to sob uncontrollably over a children's show. Remember Sleepy Time? Or the sheer heartbreak of Baby Race? A movie means even more opportunities for Broom to tug at our heartstrings in ways we didn't even know were possible. Fans are already bracing themselves for emotional destruction. Next, one of the best parts is the wild theories that start flying around. Will Muffin finally get her redemption arc? Will there be a deeper dive into Bandit's mysterious archaeology job? And what about Chili's pre-mom life? Could this be her moment to shine? Some fans are even theorizing that we might see Bluey and Bingo grow older on the big screen, stepping into new milestones like starting school together or learning to navigate big kid emotions. Or maybe Brum will keep things classic and focus on a larger-than-life family game with hilariously high stakes. Lastly, it's something the whole family can enjoy. Let's not forget that Bluey has always been a multi-generational gem. The movie will likely continue this tradition, blending slapstick humor for the kids with heartfelt lessons and clever jokes for the adults. So why are fans losing their minds? Because this is not just some movie. One thing is clear: the Bluey movie is coming up to be the animated event of the decade.